Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's like 11:40, 11:45 in the evening. I've been up since 6:30 this morning, so I'm not gonna explain that, but I've actually come up with some more ideas in my notebook that I want to talk about. I'm not gonna talk about them all tonight. Um, the one that I wanted to talk about tonight was my Disney Channel experience. Now, I came up with this idea spur of the moment tonight because I was watching this girl on YouTube talk about her top 10 or top whatever of Barbie movies and Disney Channel related stuff. Excuse me. But I wanted to talk about my Disney Channel experience. And what I mean by that is I actually think 11 years ago, I got to see tapings of two Disney Channel shows that are not on the air anymore, but should be well known. Ant Farm and Austin and Ally. So I'm 27. I was 15, turning 16 in a few months at that time. I was on a 3-week trip from home, and the final week I was with my grandparents and we were staying in LA and exploring LA. My grandparents gave myself the opportunity to see two Disney Channel shows being taped, those two I just mentioned. The first one I saw was Austin and Ally. The second one was Ant Farm, so I'm gonna go in that order. So going into this taping, I didn't know what to expect. I think at the time I didn't know exactly what I was going to be seeing. So, yeah. And I think I remember the first time we were or maybe both times trying to find where to park and then where to walk. And I think that first taping, I ran into the actress who ended up playing the mean girl, the villain or antagonist, whatever, in the Camp Rock movies. So that was exciting, and she's gone on to she was in Mean Girls 2. Can't remember her name. I'm sorry if I can't remember your name. I'm sorry. And so we went in, saw the set, and the episode I saw was actually the pilot episode for Austin and Ally. So this was a first taping for that. And during the breaks where they wouldn't shoot, they had a entertainer, and he was really funny. But what's interesting is as he started entertaining us in between the breaks, I started to recognize his material because of a DVD I had saw him on of a collection of comedians on a comedy show called Bananas Comedy at the time, which is a family-friendly, clean Christian comedy club. And his name was Ron Pearson. And it got to the point where I recognized his material so much that I actually raised my hand and asked if he was on the show. He said he was. And it was at the point where my grandma said, go get his autograph, go to get his autograph. So not only did I get his autograph, but I got the DVD of the episode when he was on Bananas Comedy, which is great. He's also been involved in a couple of other Disney Channel projects. He was on, I think, the pilot episode of season 2 of Liv and Maddie as the Cheese King. He also was in the Disney Channel DCOM Starstruck as the dad. That was great. What was also great about that day, Zendaya, when she was still on Shake It Up, and Kenton Duty, who played Gunther, as in Gunther and Tinka, the Hessen Heifers were there I'm not sure if they had done taping Shake It Up at the time or if they were on just there to watch the taping. I don't know. Either way, they were there and I got their autographs as well. Now, what I remember is they had already shot some scenes from Austin Ally. So those scenes were already filmed, but I do remember some of the scenes that I shot, like when Austin exposes Ally behind the curtain. They didn't show the curtain, they just shot him in that one shot. When another scene I remember seeing them shoot was in Austin's bedroom after Austin goes viral and they're coming up with Austin merchandise to sell. Now, it's not like I'm sure everybody knows this, they get the one shot and they're done. They did it a few times. And so each take was a little bit different. There were a couple ones. One was when they're back at the music store and Trish is in her, because Trish's character was known at the beginning of the series for getting multiple jobs and getting fired from jobs, but she was unqualified, but she exaggerated her resume to say she just so that she could get the job. In this one scene, she just got a job at the pet store and she's like, has anybody seen a snake about yay big? And so yeah, and in that scene at the end of it where Ally asks if Austin can write her song, but she asks a favor and she asks for a ham. And then Des pulls out a ham. And when there's a scene, that scene, he slaps the ham. I think that was added. There was also a little bit added on that not a lot of people know about that, as I think added script. And then he also pulls out a mustard out of his backpack. Another scene I remember vividly seeing them film was the funning up Ally in the music store when they're doing the all-nighter. And this is when Austin pulls out all the lights. Des and Trish are in the, I'll call it Dancing with the Stars attire with sequins, garb, and everything. And I've gone back to see that scene a couple of times, and I feel like I actually hear myself screaming and whooping in the background, but that was like so long ago. Then there are the scenes where they're doing the all-nighter in the store. Now, this bit, I'm going to say that I don't think anybody knows about except the actors and the crew on Austin and Ally. So when they're doing the all-nighter, there comes a point where Austin throws a piece of paper at Ally, and she's like, what? And he falls off the piano bench. What had happened was I think he was supposed to actually hit Ally with the crumpled up piece of paper. That actually took 3 takes. He tried to first take, didn't get it. Like, he missed. Second take, missed. And by the third take, Laura Morano's like, what? And Ross Lynch is like, come on. It's like, third time, come on. And when he falls off the piano bench, that was actually a blooper. And when I saw that episode for the first time being aired, they kept that blooper. So a little Easter egg. There's a that's the blooper in that episode. What's also nice is I've actually got a memory board that I'm literally staring at, and they gave, I think, everybody in the audience that day a front page of the script for the pilot episode, and I've actually got a few people's autographs. The other two of them I can't read, or most of them I can't read, unfortunately. The only one I could read is Laura Morano's autograph. So shout out to Laura. Woohoo! Yeah, and then after the taping, some people got to go down kind of like VIP, say hi. And you have to understand at the time, because this was an unknown show at the time, Kenton Duty and Ross Lynch, in my mind at the time, looked exactly the same. They could be siblings if they wanted to. I will say that Ross Lynch and I are actually born in 95. I was born in April. He was born in December, so there's like a 7-month age gap, but I think that's a kind of a fun fact. And they did feed us lunch or dinner that episode. So, yeah, that was fun. Now, moving on to Ant Farm. This was a fun experience, too. There are scenes I remember vividly that day, too. Ron Pearson, again, entertained us in between takes that episode. I actually did get to meet China Anne McClain briefly. Also, I actually did get into a conversation with Zendaya. She probably doesn't remember, but it was just like a 3-second conversation saying, because I was taking dance at the time, and like, I can dance too, girl. And she's like, way to go, girl. And we high-fived. So that's it. Zendaya, if you don't remember, that's okay. I do. Yeah, but then Ant Farm was interesting too. Got to see the sets, scenes I remember vividly. So before they started taping, they actually showed us the pilot episode for the series. China, I do remember China's brother in the pilot episode that was showed to us was a different actor that it was actually recast to the brother you actually see in the show. And I remember this because the actor who was originally going to play China's brother was actually taller. They got a shorter person to play China's brother in the series. Yeah. But the episode of the name of the show, I remember this distinctly, was The Informant, which was season 1, episode 7. Now, this is the episode where China wants a designer book bag, but because her dad is cheap, he's not willing to pay for it. She ends up having to trash dive or garbage dive in the school trash bins to get these pudding cups that she would exchange for points to get gift cards. I'm going to try to remember some of these best I can. So the scene in the cafeteria where it was just after the opening song, the theme song, where they're in the cafeteria and everybody's got these lunch bags where, like, Lexi's got, so obviously not the book bag and the makeup bag, because the makeup bag is so much larger than the book bag. This and Olive is reading the rewards contest script that she read online. And I remember the first take we did, we were just laughing all the way through because it was so long and we were laughing, and they actually cut take, and the producers said, okay, we're gonna run it through again, but no laughing until she gets through this sentence or gets through her line, because they didn't want to ruin the take. That's what I remember from that, and they did it a couple times. Another one was in the ant farm classroom where they were kind of setting up a sting operation with Charlie Brown. Yeah, so you have to understand, I was 15 at the time, so some of the stuff was funny and still kind of is funny now. Another scene I remember them shooting is Cameron sleeping on the couch when he's doing homework for a kindergartner with the pencil on the side of his face. I think they had to like stick it to his face somehow. I don't know. The opening scene for that episode, I remember seeing them do that. I do remember with the brother's name was Cameron. That's what I was trying to think of. Cameron trying to say he's trying to work while China's practicing the trumpet or something. He's doing homework, and there's a bit of a longer pause from where he says that to China saying and laughing, "You're coloring in a dinosaur." They just shortened that gap for the sake of television. But I did get to see and meet China Anne McClain briefly. Probably a few years older than she is, because I was like 15 going on 16 at the time, so she probably doesn't remember it because young child actress, you know. But yeah. So that is my Disney Channel experience that I can remember. Oh, I do remember they were handing early out merchandise for, can't remember which taping, but they were doing early merchandising for Lemonade Mouth, which was another Disney Channel movie. But other than that, that was my Disney Channel experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm, depending on what time it is, I'll post it tonight or tomorrow, not sure. But hope you guys enjoy it, and talk to you later. Bye.